In this video, we are going to explore a singing technique which is going to help you gain maximum efficiency and freedom for your voice. So we're going to be looking at the idea of singing as being a release. And to do that, we're going to look at singing as sighing, aspirate onsets, and the silent H. Now, all these are going to create a nice flow of air connected to your body, jaw and tongue release, and chord adduction or closure. So 3 really crucial fundamental aspects of singing. So to start off with, I want you to just try something. So I want you to just take a breath in. So now, big breath in, which is the way we usually approach the start of singing, an in-breath, right? Now, as you do this, take another breath in. This could be a great thing. This is often a really great thing. You have to breathe in to sing, but have a little think about all of the things that could go wrong. If you're feeling, for those who feel a bit nervous, for those who feel a bit stressed, what could go wrong as you take your in-breath in? Because I feel like I could be tensing up on that in-breath. I could be tensing my jaw, retracting my tongue, could be getting a bit tight. And I'm also concerned that when I'm about to start singing, I might not remember to let that all go, to release those muscles and to release the air ready to sing. So today we're going to have a look at something that's a little bit surprising, which is the idea that maybe the out-breath is much more important than the in-breath. So obviously you need to breathe in because we need to get some air to breathe out again. But today is going to be all about the out-breath. So let's build up from the starting point, which is a sigh. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're looking for maximum efficiency and freedom. And people underestimate that actually they often are doing too much work when they're singing. So just take a breath in and let's have a nice sigh out. Just releasing everything, don't you sound it. Just a sigh. Another one. And as you do that, let the jaw drop. And just enjoy the jaw dropping down to wherever it wants to be. And let the tongue release. So as you breathe out, the tongue just kind of falls forward and heavy. Good. And just observe that nice release of air. And now all I want you to do is just make a sound under that as you bring your chords together. So breathing in again. Good. And now you can do another few of those nice sighs out. And you can stop this video and you can have a go at letting that happen. So you're just bringing your chords together as the air flows through them, turned into vibrating particles of air. Now, I want you to slide up and down your range with the same feeling of releasing. So although you're going up, underneath that you've got a sense of okay, so we're going to slide up. You can go up as high as you feel comfortable. You can go all the way to the top if you want, but the whole time we're having this constant flow of air and a feeling of release in the tongue and the jaw. And another one. Just reminding yourself that you don't need to get your jaw involved. All right, so again, you can pause that and take a bit more time. You can spend a few minutes just exploring that idea of release. But I'm gonna move on a step further now into the idea of actually breathing out before you start to sing, as we talked about at the beginning of the video. So you're gonna breathe in for 2. And just take a nice breath in. Don't worry if your shoulders go up. You almost want it to feel that kind of tension so that we've got something to release. So for in for 2, out for 2, and then Now, the question is gonna come up, which is, how am I gonna sing if I've breathed out? I've run out of air. And what I want you to understand is that when you're singing well, when your body's efficient, your chords come together, you don't need much air. So even if you've breathed out there. You can still, and that was all my air gone. You still got a good phrase in you. So what's more important actually is making sure we have chord closure. So what I want you to do is, to get the chord closure, is go for a nice clean sound, not a breathy sound. Because if you sing on you will run out of air because all of the air is pouring through your vocal cords. So we're going to breathe in for 2, out for 2, and then sing. Breathe in. And just relax. You can let out a sound. And the singing is an extension of the out breath. Breathe in, release down. So don't just fight that urge to tense up. Breathe in. So as you're getting higher and you start to feel tight, keep that feeling. You can do a couple more. And sing. And breathe in and down. Good. All right. So if that coordination felt hard, don't worry. You can always rewind. Try that one again and start to use that in your singing. Just that slight before you start to sing your phrase. Let me just show you how different it can make your voice sound. So kind of default phrase I use, Adele. So we can breathe in, and I'm going to start after an in breath. Close enough. Now I'm going to breathe out. Close enough. You hear the voice drop. Close enough. Close enough. Okay, so that out breath is just letting the jaw drop, tongue drop, and getting the breath ready to sing. Right, we're going to take it one step further. So those who have done my videos before will have done the whoa, 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 whoa. Now today we're going to add in, because we're looking at sighing, breathing out, singing as release. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now this puffy cheeks is something you'll see in quite a lot of big belty pop singers. I see it in Jessie J when she sings before the big notes. So we're going to use that, explore it. If you like it, take it as a tool. I'm not saying go around singing like that, but do use that feeling, that readying of breath, that jaw release, and that nice, like that vocal energy that you get from this in the points in your songs where you think you might need it. So let's go. 1, 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. And 1, 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. And last one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good. Whoa. Yes, you're going to need that whoa, 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 just to really, to intensify as you get higher, to keep that going. Whoa. To blast out that jaw. Okay, we're going to do one more, which is the H. Now, this comes under the category of cheat or good technique. There are very few belters and big kind of belty singers with rich lower harmonics, so the kind of rich sounding full voice singers who don't use H's before their vowels. The reason for this is it gets the air ready, so when their chords come together, they've already got the air there. Now it's actually a really good healthy thing for your chords, because without the air you get something called a glottal onset, which is and it can be quite dangerous for the voice. Dane Chalfin, who we had a masterclass with last week, said that most vocal hemorrhages come from not having the air ready, so starting on an aspirate onset. So we're going to we're going to look at using H's, and again, use these, ingest this, dissect it, interrogate it. I'm not saying put an H before everything, but it's a really useful tool for jaw release, tongue release, readying your breath, which is what we're looking at today. So you're going to have a play around with this. Wah, 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 wah. You'll notice your body's going to get really connected to your air. 1, 2, wah, wah, wah. And we're using a nice wah, wah. Okay? 1, 2, wah, wah, wah. 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 Now just go down and stop here because I just want to make sure you're keeping onto your lower harmonics. So if it starts to sound a bit like wah, 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 I want you to keep going down to here. Wah, wah, wah. Feel the bass in your chest. 1, 2, wah, wah, wah. 1, 2, wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Good. All right. So I hope these are useful. So we've looked at sighing and singing. That feeling of it all being on a nice releasing out breath that never stops. Your breath is flowing through the phrase, encouraging jaw and tongue release. We've looked at puffy cheeks before big belt notes. We've looked at breathing out before you sing. Do you hear how much lower that made my voice go just then? And I'm going to talk after breathing in, and now you're going to talk after breathing out. Just let everything release. And then finally we looked at those H's. Now, if you don't like the sound of putting these audible H's in your singing, then you can explore a silent H, where you feel the H, but you don't sound it, which I think is going to be a nice way of balancing it so you don't start to sound like you're distorting your words. As always, any questions, get in touch. And if you're still watching at the end of the video, then click the subscribe button for more of these videos. All right, thanks.